That's kind of older right there. You can see the body of it just because the soil is so rich. Normally you couldn't rock the whole root like that, so it's going to come out pretty easily, which is nice. Usually it's growing in like concrete or something like that. It's extremely difficult to get. So there'd be this root, there'd be a big tap root going like straight down, which we will bust. We won't get to the bottom of. And then there'll be all these rhizomes coming out that'll be at the most about finger size. You see what happens. There's a big root. It's got a real orange color, so you know that that is it.
Yeah.
And that orange is a good indicator of, I feel like, how strong the plants are. Like even when you dig yellow dock or something, the color of the root, I think, is pretty significant.
Yeah, I've wondered sometimes why yellow dock is sometimes yellow or sometimes pale.
Yeah.
Sometimes orange.
This kind of roddy stuff. Here's next year's little bud there. And a shoot coming up.
Take that to your house, Jackson.
Plant it.
Oh yeah, you have to be super careful.
It's like J-jokes.
Oh man, yeah, even worse. Like when you're finished cleaning.
Worse than Jerusalem artichokes.
Yeah, you have to burn whatever you've cleaned off of it. Because if you just throw it in your compost, guaranteed some little root piece will start.
It's very invasive and hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
They seem to have gotten rid of it.
Little rhizome, I think, that I just cut through. There's the
Shall I be collecting all these
identifier again. Yeah, that's a lovely little one. Find more of those, that'd be good. Yeah, this is going along.
This is going to be the healthiest knotweed you ever found.
In Drummond's garden. Oh. Not sure what that was. This is also something that's really not good for the back. It's so easy to... Oh, so that's somebody else. That's the tree root, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because it doesn't have that same look, unfortunately. All these roddy parts are interesting. I guess that's because it was cut back so much. Normally you wouldn't get much roddy parts on the root. They're all pretty solid. And this is kind of why it's called knotweed. It's like the root and the dirt are so hard to differentiate. But you can see this one. So this is that main stalk part that I was talking about. And that's the rhizome. This has a much thicker and more potent amount of the medicinals, which are all in the skin of these roots mostly.
Oh.
This is true with almost all roots.
Yeah, the skin of the root.
Yeah. That's why the older ones are better, because over the years, like rings of a tree, they've developed more and more of that potency.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So that's workable. Nice piece, washable.
Will you be, when have you done just tincturing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is huge. I think these kind of regular little, well, I suppose knots, or what would those be called? Very regular little sections on the knotweed. Another way you can identify the root.
Hello, George.
Hello, George.
Yeah, no, well, Ron's got the best shovel for it. Yeah. That's a true plantation on his way into the farm.
How long has this been here?
About 6-7 years.
Ah,
And hasn't just, contrary to,
maybe it's too rich here.
yeah, could
But
be.
you keep pruning it, right?
Yeah, he has a plant right by the road, and
yeah.
it's just going nuts.
Right?
Oh, yeah. So
You're saying it's too healthy here for Japanese knotweed.
Maybe.
yeah,
It happens.
yeah, look at that. I mean, this is like,
It feels like it has no purpose here. Its purpose is to generate compost, and you just
Yeah.
give it too much.
never too
No.
much. But for certain items, yes.
It's lovely. George is right, though, in that, it doesn't matter how severely I try to dig this out, it'll definitely be back, I love being able to pull it out so easily. It's kind of a treat for me.
Yeah, that's what I mean, this soil.
Oh, it's crazy. It's compost.
Maybe we should give a little background on George and this soil and how maybe it got like this, or because this is clearly years of mulch and compost. But I wonder, because I jumped to say like, oh, this plant is better than a bunch elsewhere. But I wonder if the sort of potency of elsewhere in terms of what we deem like quote less healthy places, like or something, are actually the places of higher potency in some ways, or is that like the dilution of fertility in some ways makes the plant less concentrated? Or
The struggle. The plant has to struggle. It develops the medicine.
Right. Yeah.
And so the easier it is for the plant, then it's like at one point I was exporting tons of stuff to California. It was like chickweed and things like that, and I'm like, doesn't this grow everywhere there? But they were like, no, it doesn't have the same potency as northern Canadian herbs, because it's the winter that they develop all their immunogenic properties to get themselves through the winter, and then we harvest that.
It's kind of like human lessons too are sort of derived from struggle.
Definitely. And the beauty that comes from it, the beauty of someone's face who's been through a lot and really got through it. And you also think of like the beauty of like a bonsai, or those natural bonsais, those trees that are struggling, and how they have a twisted beauty,
Or a root that has to, find the one way down into somewhere that might, give it something.
Yeah. So, just this last little bit here. I have a feeling I might have wanted me to get that one, but it's going to be really nestled in the roots there of everyone else, eh?
Maybe these tools could get in there.
Yeah, that's true. So nice when the sun's out, eh?
And the wind stops.
Yeah.
That combination usually changes things.
Yeah, I got that right away this morning when I went out. I was like, oh, it's like 10 degrees out. It's warm, but then not so much.
We were starting to get soft with a fall like that.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Oh my God. It really was incredible, eh?
There was that one night, it felt like June or something. Like I just was walking
couple nights
outside
ago,
under the
me too.
moon and it
Me
was
too.
like warm.
Yeah.
Warm breeze.
Barefoot.
Yeah.
Like, what the hey? What is going on? First time ever in November, I think. Barefoot and comfortable. Well, it's certainly going to knock it back for a year or two. I hope in no way George didn't want me to harvest it. It's so funny because
His tendency will be to mulch it out.
Right.
Yeah. If he, yeah.
It looks like he might have tried. It's pretty thick here, but
This is all essentially old. This is knotweed, probably that he mulched or something.
right.
Almost, eh?
That I think you're right.
That'd be the shoots, but that's what he does because you have to, in a sense, you know, to not let the place get overrun, as you say, and you know, in astonishment at the cleanliness of his Jerusalem artichoke row.
Yes.
He actually is constantly sort of holding things back in a way, and in a sense that gives what's left more.
Yeah. Oh man, for sure. An incredible thing to do for most things. You know? The trees, everything does so much better.